welcome back to the tip of the day. Today I'm going to show you how I organize my pantry. And you're probably thinking, but Cass, you don't have a pantry. I do now! I'm so excited. We cut a hole in the wall and installed a pantry. So I'm going to show you how I organize it. Only took a year of nagging to get this baby done. And I can't believe I ever lived without it. So I'll show you how quickly I organize the pantry, and if you would love a pantry but just don't have the space, stay tuned to the end of this video and I'll show you how we created it. So here we go. So here beside my fridge, which used to be just a blank wall, we cut a hole in, took about 1.5 feet off the closet on the other side and created this amazing pantry. So I'm gonna show you how I organized it on a dime. Didn't cost a lot at all. I did use one of these can stackers. While I would have loved pullouts on all of them, the truth was we just didn't have a deep enough cupboard to warrant the pullout. And I really like this idea of the stacked cans as well, because I can stack them quite high. So it's just one of these racks here from the dollar store, you guessed it. These soup can wire racks, and that way I can stack and see what we have all the way back here. Then again, from the dollar store, these great little Betty Crocker Tupperware containers are awesome. It actually holds 3 boxes of these crackers and 4 bags of fishy crackers. So then behind those we have our regular crackers. Down here I do have a pullout, and this is where we actually decided to put all of our breads and our spreads. So honey and peanut butter and stuff like that here in this great little pullout. Up a little higher, I used a soda can dispenser for our ravioli for kids, and then stocked up on some of my kids' favorite. I've never had space to stock up before. I like keeping pasta in a basket because there's always like lots of different kinds, and then that way I can just pull it down and pick out the pasta we want and put it back. And I was able to stock up on our favorite spaghetti sauces, and then on the top, the things that we don't use as often, extra spaghetti sauce, and canned vegetables. We generally use frozen veggies, so I threw the canned vegetables up there. On the door, I just stuck with 3M hooks, a little corkboard that I already have, so we can put notes and things I have to remember. And my all out of and my menu planning are in the inside here as well. And then we always just kept our paper towels under the bathroom counter, but this is nice because my kids can pull it off and get them themselves. I got this little hook here. It's a 1-tear hook just from my hardware store, and I actually just hung it with 3M tape right here, and it's holding up really, really great. And that way my kids can get access to paper towels. And then on the bottom, we actually put the cereal down here, and the reason is my kids like to pour their own cereal. We had those cereal dispensers, but this just is a little bit of a better option for them because then they have a lot of choices they can pick from. We actually have one more I have to fill up here. But these are from the dollar store, and we kept them down low and the bread down low because if our kids want to make a snack by themselves or get themselves breakfast, this way they can. So here is my organized pantry. All the things that I never thought I could have space for. I'm so excited, and stay tuned at the end of this video to see how we created this awesome space. So here's the blank wall that we decided would be a perfect spot for a pantry. And on the other side of this wall, you'll find actually this closet. So we cut a hole through here and just took off about 1.5 feet, but we still have a huge closet here and lots of ample room. So the first thing we did, of course, is tarp everything off, and there's my poor husband drilling the hole. Oh my God, it's still billowing. Oh my God, yep. It's not settled. It's not settled yet. Well, there is plaster dust everywhere. So we did rope it off, but then when we were using our shop vac, because you shouldn't use a traditional vacuum to vacuum up drywall dust and stuff like that, it could really gum it up. I touched a button. I'm having a tough time. Yeah, even though we had a filter in it, the dust was like billowing everywhere and I didn't notice because my husband was shop vacuuming and then I was like, oh my God. So here's a quick tip. Just throw a wet towel over your shop vac. Even though we had a filter in it, it wasn't filtering out the dust and it was billowing everywhere. So a wet towel over it really helps to minimize the dust. Of course, it's still everywhere. And when you try mopping up dust, plaster dust, it turns to a paste. So make sure you vacuum up the most you can before you start mopping. Otherwise you have this lovely paste everywhere. Why do I do these projects? I don't know. So once the hole was cut, we actually had this cabinet pre-made. We slid it into the hole. And then my husband reinforced it in here with some wood, some 2x4s. And then he propped it up on the bottom, of course, and then screwed the whole thing in. So we slid it in. We are losing a little bit of space, but it's worth it. Next, he's going to get drywall and build this wall out, and then we're going to finish this closet with a closet organizing system. But like I hope you can tell, the closet, we've only taken this portion to make the pantry, and we still have a huge closet, so we're not really losing a lot of storage. But what we are gaining is all of this awesomeness. So if you have a system like this, a setup like this in your home, an old traditional raised ranch generally has this sort of setup where you come up the stairs, there's a closet and the kitchen. I don't know why they built it this way, but they left this nothing, a blank wall. It's so better as a pantry. Consider cutting a hole and sliding in a pantry. Now this pantry we had made with a trim kit, so that way when we cut the hole, if it's not perfect, that's okay. We just had a local cabinet company make it, and it actually wasn't that much. We chose to get oak door fronts so it matched the oak we already had, so when we stained it, it would sort of look like it's always been here. So there you go. If you've got a system like this and you've got a blank wall and you're dying for a pantry, why not install one yourself? That's your tip, and we'll see you next time.